Okay, so that was the one color, or the previous video. Hopefully you watched it. If not, go ahead and jump over to this one. Was a one color. But here on the layers, remember, we had the pirate. Okay, so this one we're going to count as our multicolor image. Command X, Command F. Command F is paste exactly in the same place. Again, once the raster image is selected, again, you can tell it's raster because of all the, if we zoom in, we'll see how pixelated it is. Okay. With the drop-down menu next to the image trace button, okay, you have some selections that you can make, some standard settings. So there's blue, black, white, gold. Blue, black, white, gold. Blue, black, white, gold. So I'm going to start with the three color. And what it's going to do is it's going to interpret the most prevalent colors from the actual design, created a vector trace. I'm going to open up the image trace panel, and I'm going to increase the setting from 3 colors to 4. Tab. Okay. Now because there's a preview box checked, it's actually going to render that out. Okay. Now you'll notice this is a box and there is some clipping happening, meaning the image is actually bound within this box. The only way that we could get this back is to redraw that. So debating whether to, well, I'll kind of go through and show you what needs to happen. So if that's the settings that you want, awesome. We'll go ahead and expand it, which locks the selection. We're unable to edit it further, and I'm going to delete the other colors. Okay. To kind of show you what I'm talking about, if you wanted to cut this vinyl, it would cut around this circle, the yellow, and you know, it would basically terminate there. It wouldn't really give you a good approximation as to what you want. However, I want to use, I'm going to use this shape right here, okay, as my base to make this sword complete. First off, I'm going to make a copy of it. Command C. Okay, so that's in the RAM. It's in memory right now. I'm going to add a black outline to it. Okay, I'm going to make this outline on the outside. And actually, just to kind of show you what I'm working with, I'm going to make it pink to make it a little bit easier to see. All right, and I'm going to expand it to somewhere around the yellow width, something like that. Okay, and you can see that there's some straights, some angles, some other things that's happening. There we go. Tweak it a little bit. All right, so that's the same width as the yellow. Okay, and let's. I'm going to collect this yellow right here, or gold, so I can put it on this image here. All right, white. Okay, now I'm going to paste, Command F, paste the color that I have in RAM memory that was stored. It's on the clipboard. Okay, and I'm going to make the outline of this one black. Now black will be a little bit easier to see. And I'm going to adjust it to about the width of this line. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to select all of these things, hit Object, Expand Appearance, select everything again, Command A, Object, Expand, okay. And then I'm going to divide. I'm selecting everything, Command A, And I'm going to Pathfinder, Window, Pathfinder, and I'm going to divide it all. Now why would I do that? Well, because I'm going to recolor some of these things. I'm going to take this part and use the eyedropper, Command I, or just actually the I button, and I'm going to sample this. I'm going to select this yellow pieces here. Make sure. Well, maybe I'll direct select them with the white arrow key. Eyedropper, black. Okay, hit Pathfinder one more time. This piece right here. Eyedropper, make that black. You can see kind of what I'm reconstructing is this overlay right here. Use the arrow, deselect, use the eyedropper, the I key here. You'll notice there's a couple other funky pieces here. So I'm going to make this here blue using the I key. Choose this one. There you go. All right, now that that's all kind of grouped together, I'm going to merge all similar colors. Okay. I'm gonna make sure I match this color here, merge this together again. And if it's done right, you'll notice that this sword, with just I used this piece right here as my base shape. I added an outline of gold. I added an outline of black over the top, and then just kind of divided it up. So with some quick and slick shortcuts and some construction, I could fairly easily recreate this sword and make it look somewhat good, or complete at least, not necessarily good, but you can see, hey, there's the tip. It wasn't there a second ago. Do the same thing with this, do the same thing with this. Once this is there, all I got to do is select the same color. So now I'm selecting this gold piece, and if I go into File, Cutting Master 3, if I send that file, it would only cut the yellow, right? And it would cut those pieces. Okay. All right, so play with that, see what results you get. I'm going to close this, and Q closes, and I'm going to select just the black. File. I'm going to export or send this to Cutting Master 3. Because I have the black selected, it should only cut the little black areas, right? Here's the one thing I did want to mention. Depending on how fine the detail is, you could get some really, really small pieces. But the smaller the piece, the more detailed it is, the more chance there is of losing some things. So practice with your next. Zoom in a little bit. See if you can set up anything and just test multicolor, divide it up, and get that updated and tested in some vinyl. You get to choose what it's going to be. There's no limitations at this time. There is, however, no Supreme stickers, as well as, oh, that's about it. Nothing Supreme. All right, give that a test run, and if you have any questions, hit me up. Thanks.